G'day, Nathan and Brett here from SEQH.
Morning.
And today we wanted to talk to you about how we try and add value to customer sites when we look at their whole logistics operations.
Yes.
And namely what we want to talk about today is forklifts.
Yes.
Big forklifts.
Big forklifts, yeah, to facilitating container moves.
Yeah.
On a customer site. So sometimes we get asked, Nath, I got this issue, this problem. My costs are too high. I'm not meeting the volume what's required.
Yep.
Can you help us?
Yeah. And we had a recent example.
Yes, we had a recent example. So customer approached us with an issue. They're using side loaders to pack export containers.
Yep.
And all the vagaries of an externally sourced side loader coming in.
Yep.
Which for a packing operation can be very disruptive.
Yep.
Because you're not sure when it's going to be there. And then
several box moves inside that yard.
Yeah, it's pretty slow as well. It's not very efficient from a moving point of view. It's a designed travel and drop machine as opposed to stand on site and move containers around. That's what forklifts do. That's what container handlers do. That's what they're designed to do. Reach stackers are really good at it too.
Yeah, and this particular site had a cap where they'd reached their cap of how many boxes they could process inside a calendar day.
Yes.
And the good problem they had is that they had the demand to actually produce and pack more.
That's right.
So
we
came to a solution.
They're constrained. So our solution would be putting in a forklift to try and use something that's fit for purpose in this case.
Yeah.
Container handling forklift. So that process is underway right now, and we look forward to that customer being able to blow those constraints out of the road and pack a lot more containers.
Which would be good for our agricultural market.
Yes.
We have a very strong base in Toowoomba and a very strong presence.
Yeah.
We have a couple of side loaders there too. So we love doing side loader deliveries, but it gets to a certain point where people grow and they need to have a faster turnaround time that suits their operation better.
That's right. And it also reduces their cost, Nate, because cost is an important thing here when you're dealing in export markets, that you don't have unnecessary costs in your operation due to inefficiencies. And obviously a side loader moving containers around on site, it's a relatively inefficient way to move containers.
Yeah, and we've got another customer whereby this solution has been in place for the past 7 or 8 years, and when things are really flying, they can be packing about 50 containers a day.
That's right. They have that capacity, and that's what the container handlers give you, is lots of flexibility and reduced costs. I mean, that's a pretty low cost situation when you're doing that.
So let's talk about, I guess, how we look after those forklifts. How do we come to
well, that's the other thing I was going to talk to about, Nate. There is that one of the advantages. We do own a lot of container handling forklifts. We have a number of our mechanical crew on board in our workshop who are 30-year veterans of working on these machines, and we do refurb our machines. We've got some machines that got 30,000 hours on them, and they're looking at doing 50 plus. So we have the capacity to make them work and to keep them in good shape. So that also is another strategic advantage of ours. Not only do we suggest the solution, but we can support the solution. Yeah, which is critical.
We stand behind it.
Yeah, exactly. It's great to put the machine on site and then walk away, and then the thing breaks down.
Yep.
What have we achieved? The answer is zero.
Yep.
So we send. And we do support our machines with side loaders. If they break down and customers need to pack, we'll send side loaders out to support.
Yeah.
Again, relatively inefficient, but the key thing is that we can support, we do repair, and in a timely fashion keep these machines working, because we just have so much latent knowledge about the machines, what goes wrong with them typically.
Yep. I
think we own like 12, 13, 14 container handlers, so that's a lot. It's a lot of container handlers across our sites in Toowoomba, customer sites, and our site here at Hemet.
Yeah, and I guess you touched on timely response time. So if there is a breakdown in some form, one, we send the side loader in to keep moving.
Yes.
But we also launch out our experienced SEQH employed staff to respond and fix those machines.
Which we're in control of, and that's the problem often of outsourcing to a third-party mechanical repairer. Is you're in their hands.
Yep. They can either go or they can't go. They've got other priorities, and they deal with those first. So we can prioritise these things to keep our customers moving. So we're about to do another move in the near future, Nathan, for another site, for another customer to put a container handler on site to facilitate their container moves.
Yep.
And
later this month.
Yeah, and reduce. We've done work with that customer before with the side loader. It does take time.
Yep.
It does the job. It is a much slower solution than a container handler would be, where we get faster turnaround times, more efficient unpacks.
Yep. Better stacking as well.
Yeah.
So there is a bit of space utilisation.
Less footprint where space is an issue for them.
Yep.
So that again, it ticks a lot of boxes. The container handler for this particular customer, and that's one we'll do in the next little bit, and I'm sure you'll share on social media some pictures of that machine going to work.
Most certainly, and I guess what we'd probably like to end with is a question, which is, if you find yourself in a situation whereby you feel like you've reached your capacity from an import or export perspective at your facility, but you have the customer demand to produce more, then please reach out. We are solution focused. We see ourselves as experts in this logistics industry, and we'd like to help you and take our knowledge and see if we can add value.
Very good.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.